He was the last one anyone expected to give up his powers. But when Wolverine found the cure, he didn't tell the X-Men. He took it alone and vanished. But something went wrong. His healing slowed. His memories returned. And someone started killing mutants using the same cure. Now powerless, Wolverine must hunt the monster he created. Because the cure wasn't a cure, it was a weapon. The rain hit Genosha like bullets, sharp, fast, relentless. Wolverine stood motionless at the entrance of the ruined lab, his eyes fixed on the rusted symbol etched on the broken steel door, X-Genome Division, half covered in vines. The rest scorched by war. No one supposed to be here. He inhaled blood, dust, faint residue of mutant DNA. But beneath it all, sterility. Clean, surgical sterility. That scent he hated from the Weapon X days. The kind of place where needles replaced names. He stepped forward. His boots crunched over broken syringes and shattered glass. A table lay overturned. Wires still sparked from the wall. Someone had been here recently. Not looters. Scientists. His hand hovered over the table. He found it, a file still intact beneath layers of ash. Dr. Kavita Rao. That name hit him like a forgotten punch. Years ago, she tried to cure the mutant gene. The X-Men had stopped her then. But this file wasn't hers. New handwriting, new formulas, blood samples labeled Subject L. His blood. They'd recreated the cure. And this time, it wasn't just theoretical. It was finished. He flipped the pages with slow fingers. Mutant DNA sequences spliced with nanotech. Targeted. Permanent. A cure that didn't burn or decay the host. One injection. One time. Mutant no more. He stared at the vial sitting in the cryo case. Cool blue. Still glowing. He could destroy it. Crush it beneath his heel. Walk away. But instead, he sat down, rolled up his sleeve, and stuck the needle in his arm. No one would ever know. The sting was sharp, then numb, then fire, crawling through his veins like it was rewriting him from the inside out. He clenched his teeth. Claws shot out of his hands involuntarily, tearing the table in two. Blood dripped from the tips. It didn't stop right away like usual. And that was the first sign. He left the lab in silence, shadows trailing him like regrets. The rain didn't wash the pain off. If anything, it buried it deeper. By the time he reached the forest edge, he collapsed. For 2 days, he didn't move. He dreamt of the past. Every kill, every scream, every name he forgot, and everyone he was forced to remember. Jean, Sabretooth, Mariko, Charles. A carousel of memory and regret, all spinning out of control. And when he woke up, he bled. His hands were shaking, his body sore. He'd never felt sore before. Not like this. His claws came out slower, less sharp. And when they retracted, they left a mark. Not healed, not perfect. He was human again. And for the first time in a century, he felt scared. Elsewhere, miles away, Cyclops stared at the wreckage of a mutant town in silence. It was like a ghost city. No signs of struggle, no blood, just bodies. Dozens of them, all mutants, all dead. Beast scanned one of the corpses, hands trembling. They weren't killed, he said. They were shut off. Shut off. Storm echoed. Beast's eyes narrowed. The mutant gene was deactivated, like flipping a switch. This wasn't natural. Someone used a modified cure. Rogue walked past them, her gloved fingers trembling as she knelt beside a small child's body. A whisper hit her mind. Faint. Nearly gone. He started it. She froze. What? The voice repeated, fainter now. He started it. Logan. The name hit the room like thunder. Back in the woods, Logan dragged his broken body through the mud, every breath heavier than the last. He stumbled into a reflection pond and stared. For the first time, he looked old. Gray lined his beard. Wrinkles crept around his eyes. His muscles didn't bulge like they used to. They trembled. He dropped to his knees. I asked for peace, he whispered. Not this. Footsteps snapped behind him. He turned, claws half out, pain shooting up his arms. It was a boy. no more than 12. Eyes wide, skin pale, shaking. "You're him," the boy whispered. "You're Wolverine." "Not anymore," Logan muttered. The boy pointed to his chest. "They took my powers. My wings, they just vanished. A man came. He had claws like you." Logan froze. "Claws? Where?" he asked, rising. The boy pointed west. He didn't speak, just stared. Then everyone started coughing, and then they were gone. Logan's heart sank. Someone was using the cure, weaponizing it, and somehow they had his claws. He sprinted through the forest, lungs burning, the wind cutting like blades. Every step reminded him he wasn't what he used to be. Every bruise stayed. Every cut bled. He reached a ridge and saw the smoke. A mutant safe house, burning. Bodies littered the ground. He moved to help, but a sound stopped him cold. Snicked. Behind him, he turned, and there it was. Standing in the smoke was him. Younger, cleaner, sharper. The same face, the same body, but the eyes were cold, empty. The clone didn't speak. It just raised its hand and injected another child with a needle before vanishing into the smoke. Logan screamed. He ran toward the child, but it was too late. The mutation was already gone. The gene was collapsing inside. Logan stared at his own hands and realized what he'd done. He'd given them the blueprint. He had killed them without lifting a finger, and the one doing the killing wore his face. Blood soaked into the mud. Wolverine held the child in his arms, breath shaking, heart racing. The kid's eyes were half open, barely alive. His mutant signature, gone. Not dormant, erased. And Logan could smell it. That metallic tang, subtle but distinct. The same chemical signature he had felt in his own blood after the injection. It wasn't just a cure anymore. It was airborne. He looked up into the smoke. The clone had vanished again. But the message was clear. Whoever had built this new Wolverine wasn't just using Logan's DNA. They were using his guilt. Back at Xavier's school, alarms blared through the halls. Storm paced the room while Beast finished scanning the last blood samples. "It's confirmed," Hank said quietly. "A nanite-based cure, much more stable than Rouse. Delivered through injections or air particles. This isn't the same serum. It's smarter. Can it be reversed?" Cyclops asked. Hank hesitated. "Not unless we get a clean sample of the original host's blood. The first one who took it." Storm froze. "You think it's Logan?" "I know it is," Hank replied. "We found his mitochondrial signature in the mutagen. This whole thing started with him." Rogue stepped forward, furious. Why would he do that? He's the last guy who'd asked to be cured. "Unless," Jean said quietly, appearing at the doorway. "He wasn't trying to be cured. He was trying to disappear." Silence filled the room. Cyclops slammed his fist onto the table. "Then he's the only one who can stop it." Thousands of miles away, Logan walked into a cave deep in the Canadian Rockies. He knew the scent. He remembered the pain. It was a Weapon X vault, offline for years, hidden beneath a mountain, sealed under biometric locks. But it's still open for him. The lights flickered on. Inside was a lab, the kind only nightmares remembered. He moved through the corridors, scanning the markings on the walls. Subject X, 23. Subject X, 44. Subject X0. Each chamber held nothing now, just dust and claw marks. Until the last one. This door was freshly sealed. On the screen, active, stable, engaged. He punched in the override. The chamber hissed open. It was empty, except for a screen still glowing. A file loaded. Project Holoclaw. Weapon built from primary DNA source. Subject Logan. Modified to accept enhanced aggression, memory suppression, rapid cellular rebuild post-deactivation. Carries nanite cure in bloodstream. Purpose: eliminate all mutants within exposure range. Mission start 10 days ago. Target efficiency 74%. Control remote. Controller ID unknown. Logan's jaw clenched. They didn't just clone him, they programmed him. And worse, someone was using him as a remote triggered bomb. His blood boiled. He slammed his fist into the monitor, shattering it. Sparks flew. The lights flickered out. He stumbled back into the cold night, fists bleeding, claws barely functional. A familiar voice came from behind. "You really thought you could bury what you are?" Magneto floated above the tree, arms crossed, helmet gleaming under the moonlight. "You think you're the only one hunting this shadow of yours," he continued. "Half my mutant colonies are already gone. And the survivors? They don't trust anyone with claws." "I didn't know," Logan growled. "No," Eric said. "But you still took it. That was your first betrayal." Logan's eyes narrowed. "And you showing up here means what?" Magneto slowly landed. "It means I don't care about your guilt. I care about your blood. It's the only thing that can stop him." Logan's voice dropped. "You're not getting it." Magneto tilted his head. "I saw the kill," Logan continued. "He doesn't need to touch them. The cure is in the air now. Inside him. He's walking genocide." Magneto's eyes darkened. "Then we end him." Logan stood firm. "No, I end him." "Your powers are gone," Eric snapped. "Good," Logan said. "Now maybe I'll finally know what it feels like to bleed for real." And then, without another word, he walked past Magneto and into the forest, disappearing into the dark. That night, across 3 continents, mutants dropped without warning. A speedster in Brazil collapsed mid-run. A telepath in Egypt screamed once and fell silent. A waterbender in Japan evaporated in her own tears. No wounds, no signs of battle, just the same result: mutant signatures offline, gone. And in each location, he was there. The clone, walking, silent, unstoppable. Cyclops tracked the patterns. He marked the data across Cerebro, tracing the deaths. There was a route. He's heading to Krakoa. Storm gasped. "The heart of our kind." Beast checked the timestamps. 2 days until he reaches the shore. Jean stood slowly. "Then we beat him there." "No," said Xavier from the shadows. Everyone turned. His voice was weaker than usual, tired, but sharp. "Logan has already left. He's the only one who can stop this, because this isn't just war. This is penance. And if he fails," Rogue asked. Charles closed his eyes. "Then mutant kind ends not with war, but with silence." On the outskirts of Krakoa, Logan lit a fire beneath a dying tree. The night was cold. His hands shook. He could feel the cure working deeper in his system. No more rapid healing. No more endless strength. He was dying, and he welcomed it. Because in the distance, he could smell him. The other him. Getting closer. The final fight was coming. And this time, the claws weren't enough. The first sound Logan heard was the crunch of leaves. Not the wind. Not the birds. Footsteps. Deliberate. Heavy. A mirror of his own gait. Slower, colder. As if every step was measured, designed. He didn't move. He didn't need to. Because he already knew what was standing behind him. The clone. "You tracked me fast," Logan muttered, staring into the fire. The voice behind him was calm. Mechanical. "I don't track. I return." He turned slowly. The clone stood there, identical, yet soulless. Clean armor lined his skin like woven muscle. His claws were longer, smoother. His body didn't breathe. It just stood. Logan rose, fists clenched. "You remember anything about who you were?" The clone blinked. "I remember everything about who I'm not." And then he lunged. The impact was a storm. Claw met blade. Logan had replaced his natural weapons with sharpened adamantium hilts forged by Magneto himself. Dull, heavy, brutal. His healing was gone. Every hit mattered now. They crashed through trees. Each strike was vicious. The clone was faster. He moved with the precision of a machine. But Logan was dirty. He fought like a cornered animal with nothing left to lose. The clone slashed through Logan's shoulder. Blood sprayed. No healing. Logan spat it out. "That all you got?" The clone didn't answer. He just drove both claws through Logan's ribs. Logan growled in agony, kicked off a rock, and jammed his metal blade into the clone's neck. It sparked. The clone stumbled back, not in pain, but in malfunction. Logan dropped to one knee, gasping. His body trembled. The clone paused, observing him. "You're dying." "Yeah," Logan coughed. So are you. You just don't know it yet. The clone tilted its head. You're not real, Logan rasped. You're what's left after someone strips the soul out of you. The clone stepped forward. Then maybe the soul was the weakness. Logan swung again, missed. The clone drove a claw into his thigh and shoved him into the dirt. You should have stayed hidden, it said. Logan's vision blurred. And let you erase what's left of us. The clone turned, walking away. You already did. A sonic boom ripped across the sky. They both looked up. Storm descended like vengeance, lightning curling in her palms, rain exploding into mist around her. She didn't hesitate. Lightning struck the clone square in the chest. It dropped, screeching, convulsing. Logan groaned. Took you long enough. Storm landed beside him, eyes glowing. I wasn't going to let you die alone. The clone twitched, then stood. Storm narrowed her eyes. Impossible, she whispered. Its armor had absorbed the energy, adapted. The clone looked at her. Mutation is evolution. I am post-mutant. Then it vanished in a flash, faster than teleportation. Just gone. Logan tried to stand. Failed. He's adapting to everything now. Storm pulled him up. That wasn't a clone anymore. No, Logan said. That was me, after losing everything. They made their way to Krakoa. The island had changed. Storms hovered unnaturally. The plants had wilted. And the mutants? Gone. Their signatures wiped from Cerebro. Charles Xavier sat alone in the council chamber, eyes dim, fingers trembling. I felt it, he whispered. Millions gone. Logan limped into the room. He's still close. Charles looked up. He's learning, adapting. Each kill makes him better. He's not just using the cure. He's becoming it. Logan collapsed into a chair. Then we stop him before he evolves again. You can't, Charles said. Not as you are. Logan stared. Then what? Charles hesitated. There's one option. We reactivate your mutation with risk. Logan's jaw tightened. How much risk? You could burn out, explode, die in minutes, or worse, become unstable like him. Logan didn't blink. Do it. Storm stepped forward. Logan, you don't have to. I started this, he said. He's got my face, my blood. He's doing with his hands what I always feared I'd do with mine. Charles reached for the console, then let the real Wolverine stand again. They brought out the injector, a serum, raw, unstable, reverse-engineered from the early nanite samples. Charles whispered, if it works, your mutation will reboot violently. Logan took the vial and jammed it into his own chest. His scream echoed through the island. Veins lit up. His eyes went white. His bones cracked. His claws burst out uncontrollably, and blood rained across the floor. He collapsed, dead silent. Then, his chest rose. The clone felt it instantly, halfway across the island. It stopped walking. Something had changed. The original was back, and it was angry. Logan opened his eyes. The pain was everywhere, but it was fuel. His claws gleamed. His muscles surged. He could hear every heartbeat across Krakoa, every ant, every crack. His mutation was back. Wilder. Storm helped him up. You good? He looked at his hands. No. He looked out the window. But I'm ready. In the jungle of Krakoa, the clone waited. It looked at its own hands, twitching. Something was wrong. Its systems were glitching. The mutation in the air was infecting the nanites. Logan was no longer the same source. He'd become something new, a version the clone couldn't copy. The final fight was coming, and this time only one would survive. The jungle trembled when Logan stepped in. His mutation roared back like a wildfire. Every sound sharpened, every sense sliced through the air. His heartbeat thundered like drums inside his chest. His claws felt heavier, hotter, alive in a way they'd never been before. But so was the thing waiting for him. A low metallic growl echoed through the vines. The clone stood in the clearing, half shrouded in shadow, its body twitching with unstable energy. Sparks crawled across its arms. The nanites were failing, but that made it even more dangerous. Logan didn't hesitate. He charged. The clone moved first, blurring forward with a speed that cracked the ground beneath its feet. Their clash sent shockwaves through the jungle. Logan's claws met the clone's in a flash of metal and fury. This wasn't a fight anymore. It was two storms colliding. Logan tore into the clone's side, ripping through synthetic muscle. Sparks burst. The clone didn't scream. It calculated. It adapted. It caught Logan's wrist mid-swing and twisted. Bones snapped. Pain shot through Logan's arm. But even as he gritted his teeth, the bones were already knitting back together, faster than ever. The mutation wasn't just back, it was trying to overpower everything, even him. The clone pinned Logan against a tree. "You're unstable," it said. "You're dying." "Good," Logan spat. "Let's die together." He headbutted the clone so hard the metal mask dented inward. The clone stumbled, systems glitching. Logan pounced, slashing through its chest again and again, raw, animal strikes that shook the air. The clone grabbed Logan's throat. "You cannot kill what is built to replace you." Logan grinned. "I ain't trying to replace anything." He plunged his claws into the clone's skull. Electricity surged. The clone convulsed. But instead of falling, it absorbed the energy. Its eyes glowing brighter, claws stretching longer. It had copied his mutation reboot. Storm and Jean reached the clearing just in time to see Logan hurled across a boulder, shattering it into dust. Jean gasped. His mutation is out of control. If it spikes again, Logan could. Storm didn't let her finish. She hurled lightning at the clone. The strike vaporized the ground, lit the jungle like a sunburst. But the clone didn't fall. It turned toward Storm, eyes almost human now. "Thank you for the charge." It redirected the lightning into its arms and blasted Logan with it. His body flew back, smoking, claws glowing red hot. He didn't stay down. He never did. He staggered up, every breath ragged, every muscle trembling with wildfire energy. Jean reached into his mind. "Logan, stop. Your mutation is burning itself. Another hit like that could kill you." He didn't answer. He stepped forward, claws dragging in the dirt, sparks flying off his skin. The clone recognized it. Not rage, purpose. Logan lunged with a roar that shook the jungle. He slashed through the clone's arm, severing it clean. The clone adapted instantly, regrowing a blade from the stump. But Logan was done playing. He tackled the clone into the ground, pinning it, forcing its head back until he could see its eyes, his eyes staring back. "You're not my replacement," Logan growled. He drove all 6 claws straight through the clone's chest. The clone froze. For the first time, uncertainty crossed its face. "Then what am I?" Logan leaned close. "You're my mistake." He twisted the claws. The clone's body erupted in sparks, systems collapsing one by one. Its eyes dimmed. Its frame went rigid. Then silence. The clone fell, lifeless. Logan collapsed beside it, gasping, as the mutation inside him surged like a breaking dam. Jean ran to him. Storm followed. Logan's skin burned hotter. His heartbeat was frantic. His healing factor was tearing him apart in overdrive. Storm whispered, terrified, "If we don't fix it now, he won't survive the next minute." Jean looked up at Storm. "We need to shut his mutation down, or it will kill him." And in the distance, unseen by all of them, the ground beneath Krakoa trembled. Something else had awakened when the clone died. Something older. Something waiting for Logan. Logan's body convulsed. His veins glowed faint orange, like molten cracks under flesh. The serum had rebooted his mutation too hard, too fast. His cells weren't healing anymore. They were mutating forward, breaking the laws of his own DNA. Jean knelt beside him, placing a hand on his chest. "I can slow it," she whispered, "but not stop it." Storm hovered above them, wind curling around her fists. He gave everything. "We can't let him burn for saving us." Jean closed her eyes, reaching into Logan's mind. It was chaos. Claws of memory, rage, guilt, all tangled. But at the center, something else pulsed. Not pain, resolve. She found his voice, buried deep beneath the storm. "Don't pull me out, let it finish. Logan, you'll die. Maybe. But the cure ends with me." The clone's body lay smoldering nearby, but its core, the delivery system, was still active. The nanites weren't dead. They were spreading through Krakoa soil, its roots, syncing with the island's mutant DNA. The cure hadn't been just bloodborne. It had been terraformed. Storm realized it first. This island, it's infected. The jungle hissed. Roots twisted unnaturally. Flowers began to wilt. The air turned sterile. The clone's last gift was death in disguise. Jean snapped out of the mind link. It's not over. Not yet. Logan rose to his feet. Skin torn. Bones cracking. But alive. Barely. He looked at the soil beneath his boots, then at his own hands. His blood dripped. Heavy, radioactive with mutation. He took a step forward. Logan, Storm warned. The island will consume you. It's already rewriting itself. I know. What are you doing? Jean shouted. He knelt, drove his claws into the soil, and let the fire in his blood pour out. His mutation surged, not to heal, not to fight, but to burn. Nanite by nanite. His blood was no longer a weapon. It was the cure to the cure. Storm cried out, lightning flashing from her hands. You'll fuse with it. You won't come back from this. Logan didn't speak. He closed his eyes and let the forest scream. Krakoa roared beneath him. Roots cracked. Trees burst into flame. The sky turned gold as mutant life and mechanical death collided in the soil. Jean felt the psychic scream ripple through Cerebro, not of pain, but release. The nanites were dying. Mutant DNA was pushing them out like a virus, because Logan had overloaded the system with everything he had left. Then the silence came. No hum, no rot, just wind. Storm fell to her knees. Jean covered her mouth. Logan was gone, not dead, not alive, just gone. His body had dissolved into the roots, and in his place, Krakoa bloomed again. One last flower, its petals red and black, its scent familiar, Wolverine scent. A day passed. Then two. The X-Men returned, rebuilding the temple. Mutants reappeared in Cerebro, safe again. But they all knew what was missing. Until one dawn, beside the flower, a man walked out of the tree line. No shirt, no claws, scars everywhere, eyes sharper than ever. Logan, alive, but changed. No healing factor, no mutant gene, just a man. The cure had purged his mutation, burned the clone's legacy, and left only the human behind. He lit a cigar with shaking fingers. Jean walked up slowly. You good? He exhaled smoke, voice gravel and ash. I don't heal anymore. Every bruise stays. You're mortal now. Maybe for the first time. She smiled. You still Wolverine? He looked at the flower, then at the grave of the clone, then at his hands. No. He turned toward the forest. I'm just Logan now. And he disappeared into the trees. For the last time.